all the issues that have been raised by all the petitioners in the petitions before the High Court were raised. Those included issues on how to deal with the vaccination strategy, the black fungus issue, the ivermectin issue, also issues related to oxygen supply. So now the state government has filed their affidavits. The central government has also filed their affidavits. The state government's affidavit basically laid down the position of how the arrangements have now improved, how many more facilities are available, and what steps the government is taking. So these were pretty satisfactory steps that were taken by the state government now, and I think most of them have come after directions from the High Court. There seems to be a great progress as far as new facilities are being set up, and the state administration is gearing up for a good response to the possible third wave that may affect us. As far as the third wave is concerned, now the state government has also set up pediatric ICUs and neonatal ICUs, and they are also having reserved an entire ward in the super specialty block for children, where pediatric ICUs could be set up or more depending on the need. Some provisions have also been made as far as South Goa District Hospital is concerned. So fairly there has been large progress on these fronts. As far as the issue of black fungus is concerned, they have also indicated another that the ward will be kept separately for these kind of patients. The medicines that they have made available, all that has been now portrayed and kept before them. So these issues there has been. As far as ivermectin is concerned, I think there were a lot of questions and issues raised. Whether it can be a prophylactic basis, it can be used for prophylactic treatment or it's a therapeutic treatment. So there I think the High Court also today has observed that the state's affidavit does not reflect that it is for prophylactic basis. That is, you take this before you getting infected with COVID-19, but rather it is used as a therapeutic use, where you use it after you are contracted with COVID-19. So these were the issues, and what it came out broadly is that the state policy is not for prophylactic but rather therapeutic treatment. One important issue that High Court raised is regarding how containment has to take place of COVID-19 in semi-urban and rural areas. And there are certain guidelines issued by the Union government, and which guidelines have now been directed by the High Court to the state government to follow them scrupulously and to ensure that these issues are taken care of, and that the spread of COVID-19 in rural and semi-urban areas is contained as far as possible.
Something about the vaccination also having a shortage of vaccines.
Yes, as far as shortage of vaccines is concerned, it's technically what was discussed before the High Court cannot be regarding shortage of vaccines, but how rather more effective manner of vaccines can be supplied all across the state of Goa to ensure that by a particular date we can have the entire population of Goa vaccinated. We are a very small population of about 15 to 16 lakh people compared to other states. So at the forefront, we can be very easily vaccinated. Now, the central government had filed an affidavit saying that 7,50,000 doses were made available to the state of Goa. If you go by that statement, by now we could have had at least 40 to 50% of our population inoculated. So we will have to see exactly how that pans out. So that matter has now been kept post vacation, and it will go on.
So what about this tablet, ivermectin tablet will be now carry on? Yeah, it has been this thing stopped.
Well, we'll have to see what now the state government now comes up as far as this issue is concerned. Once it is clarified before the High Court that it is not for prophylactic treatment but for therapeutic treatment. So now we'll have to rather wait from the state government to see what response comes. Another issue that took place today was the South Goa Advocates Association. We have moved an application before the High Court asking for appointment of an inquiry committee which would be led by a former High Court judge and some independent doctors and maybe some police officers, which would investigate into the issue of the inadequate supply of oxygen, which caused death of more than 100 patients. And the most important aspect this committee would seek is to adequately compensate the next of kin of these victims that were there. So that is one application that has been filed today, and the state government has objected to this application. They're objecting to this appointment of any such committee. The major issue that needs to be covered in this through this committee is how adequately these victims or their next of kin can be compensated, because if there was adequate supply of oxygen in the months of March, April or early May, then these deaths wouldn't have happened. So this is to some extent negligence on part of the state administration for not supplying or rather not having adequate supply of oxygen, and therefore these victims or their next of kin have to be compensated by the state government, because if you see, some people have lost the only earning member of their families, and it is only because of this negligent attitude where inadequate supply of oxygen was there.